A royal wedding might seem like a fairy tale come true, a forever bliss as portrayed in Disney's Cinderella. Today we will show you that it's far from the truth. Royalties are people just like you and me. So what could make a Jordan royal princess flee her luxurious palace for a quiet environment in the United Kingdom? Find out as we reveal every detail of this insane story. Let's start at the beginning. Princess Haya's wedding. In 2004, Dubai's Princess Haya became the sixth and junior wife of Sheikh Mohammed. The 70-year-old Sheikh is the billionaire owner of Godolphin horse racing stables and reportedly has 23 children by different wives. In a close ceremony that only included people close to the couple, the Dubai ruler, Sheikh Mohammed bin Al Maktoum, married Princess Haya, the daughter of King Hussein of Jordan, and his third wife, Queen Aliyah. Considering his already large family, isn't this disaster in view? Well, keep watching to discover what became of the royal marriage. The royal couple tied the knot in a special ceremony at Al Baraka Palace, Amman. Surrounded by close friends and family, Haya, known internationally as Princess Haya of Jordan, was dressed in a traditional white and gold embellished dress, covering her hair with a sheer white veil. She kept her brunette locks down and her jewelry to a minimum, with a small emerald chain seen around her neck. Beside her, Sheikh Mohammed was also dressed traditionally, wearing an Arab headdress known as a gutra, which he teamed with a long beige shirt. Photos showed the pair signing what looked to be an official marriage register. In other images, the couple was seen sitting and speaking with guests. However, everything ended when Princess Haya of Dubai fled to the UK with her children. The couple has been to the court and judgment passed. What led to this, and what justice was given to Princess Haya? Keep watching to find out. In the wake of the situation, Sheikh Al Maktoum allegedly posted a poem in Arabic and English on Instagram, accusing an unnamed woman of treachery and betrayal. Also, the spotlight is said to fall on the British royal family after Princess Haya appointed Prince Charles's former lawyer to act on her behalf in legal proceedings against the Sheikh. According to Richard Fitzwilliams, the former editor of International Who's Who, the princess's decision to engage Fiona Shackleton, who represented Prince Charles during his divorce from Princess Diana, reflects the friendship between Princess Haya and the Prince of Wales and his wife Camilla, Duchess of Cornwall. He said, "Although this case is unlikely to involve the royal family in any way, the reporting of it will undoubtedly involve them all the time, especially as the public at large is familiar with the protagonists in a court case which will be so highly publicized. They will therefore constantly be introduced as friends of, though no British royal has any involvement in the proceedings. This is part of the price to be paid for being the world's most famous royal family." Keep watching as we dive into the story behind the divorce. The divorce. Every woman hopes for a forever bliss. However, this was not the case with Princess Haya's marriage. The relationship between Princess Haya of Jordan and Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Vice President and Prime Minister of the UAE, ended in a traumatic divorce that played out in the British courts. It brought to an end a high-profile marriage that began 19 years ago. Why did this happen? Is there something hidden from the public eye? In May 2019, the marriage fell apart when Princess Haya fled Dubai in fear of her life, following reports that her husband became concerned at her apparent closeness to her British bodyguard. Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum is an Emirati politician and royal who is the current ruler of Dubai and is the vice president and prime minister. Mohammed succeeded his brother Maktoum bin Rashid Al Maktoum as UAE vice president and ruler of Dubai following the latter's death in 2006. As a billionaire, Mohammed generates most of his income from real estate and is described as one of the world's most prominent real estate developers. There is a blurred line between the assets of the government of Dubai and those of the ruling Al Maktoum family. The land he owns is managed as an asset by the state. He oversaw the growth of Dubai into a global city and the launch of several government-owned enterprises, including Emirates Airline, DP World, and the Jumeirah Group. Dubai Holding holds some of these. Mohammed has overseen the development of certain projects in Dubai, such as the Palm Islands and the Burj Al Arab Hotel, as well as Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world. Mohammed is a well-accomplished man, having done a lot for the growth of his country. However, can such be said about his personal life? What was his relationship with his wife and children like? Stick with the video as we unveil more details. Mohammed is Dubai's absolute ruler and the UAE's prime minister, a position appointed by the president. The government is autocratic, as there are no democratic institutions and internal dissent is prohibited. Scholars characterize it as authoritarian. On 5 March 2020, a British court ruled that on the balance of probabilities, Mohammed had abducted 2 of his daughters, Shamsa and Latifa, and had threatened his former wife, the Jordanian Princess Haya bint Hussein. Allegedly, Shamsa and Latifa were forcibly medicated while held in Dubai under Mohammed's orders in 2000 and 2018, respectively. On 16 February 2021, BBC's Panorama broadcast a documentary featuring Latifa's video messages that she made secretly under enforced detention in Dubai on her father's orders. How did this event influence Princess Haya's lawsuit against the Sheikh? Keep watching to find out. But before that, let's delve a little into the personality of this man called Mohammed. Mohammed created the Dubai Shopping Festival, an annual event that has become a significant contributor to the economy of the UAE. In 2001, Mohammed ordered the arrest of Obaid Sakr bin Basit, the head of Dubai Customs and the chairman of the World Customs Association. Not only that, Mohammed has been married to at least 7 women. As of 2023, he is divorced from all his wives except his second wife, Sheikh Hind bint Maktoum al Maktoum. Now, you have a glimpse of his personality. Let's get back to his divorce case with his 6th wife, Princess Haya. The lawsuit. After a long-running court battle between the former couple and a series of damning judgments about his abusive behavior, the Dubai ruler checked all the cases leveled against him. The court decided that the ruler of Dubai would have no face-to-face contact with his 2 children from his marriage to Princess Haya, nor any substantive say in their upbringing. Concluding more than 2.5 years of legal proceedings, which began when Haya fled to the UK with the children in April 2019, the president of the Family Division of the High Court in England and Wales said Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum had consistently displayed coercive and controlling behavior with respect to those members of his family who he regards as behaving contrary to his will. In a written judgment, Sir Andrew McFarlane ruled that Haya would have sole responsibility for the children's medical care and schooling decisions. He said the Dubai ruler, who is also Prime Minister of the United Arab Emirates, a close Gulf ally of Britain, had inflicted domestic abuse on an extraordinary scale against his ex-wife, which had emotionally and psychologically harmed their children, and would continue to do so if she were required to gain approval for matters involving their well-being. In a courtroom filled with tension, Sheikh Mohammed began the proceedings with a simple demand: the return of his children, Jalila and Zayed, to Dubai. Yet Judge McFarlane unveiled a much more complex story. Since October 2019, the ruler of Dubai had seemingly come to terms with the reality that his children would continue to reside with their mother in England. By December of the previous year, he publicly declared an end to his pursuit of direct contact with them. This shift did not occur in a vacuum. It was a reaction to a series of terrible discoveries made by Judge McFarlane. The judge exposed that Sheikh Mohammed had been behind the abductions of 2 of his other children, Princess Latifa and Princess Shamsa, the latter notably taken from the streets of Cambridge. The court also established that Haya, their mother, had been subjected to a relentless smear campaign of harassment and intimidation. In a striking revelation, it was uncovered that Sheikh Mohammed had employed NSO Group's Pegasus spyware to hack the phones of Haya and several associates, including 2 lawyers, all while legal battles unfolded in the courts. Adding to the chilling narrative, Sheikh Mohammed's agents made an attempt to purchase a nearby estate for 30 million euros. This act was deemed a significant threat to Haya's security, yet publicly such endeavors were denied. Judge McFarlane's latest ruling highlighted not only Sheikh Mohammed's absence from court sessions, but also his disengagement from the proceedings. The judge noted a troubling lack of accountability, remorse, or recognition of the repercussions of his actions on Haya and their children. He pointed out her remarkable resolve as a parent, which has been overshadowed by the emotional strain instigated by the ongoing legal turmoil. The term entirely bankrupt was used to describe the co-parenting relationship between Haya and Sheikh Mohammed. The judge argued that the children were undoubtedly being harmed by the adverse effects of Haya's compromised emotional state and the distraction caused by the continuous court proceedings. He warned that if Haya were required in the future to seek Sheikh Mohammed's consent on essential matters concerning their children, the ongoing harm could persist, leaving a lasting impact on their health, education, and psychological well-being. And when finally, Princess Haya was awarded a potentially record-breaking divorce settlement that could exceed 500 million euros to protect her and their children from the Sheikh, she broke down saying, "To look forward to shared parental responsibility with somebody who cannot even see you as a parent or bear to mention your name on paper does not feel like that there is anything shared about it." McFarlane said a series of legal challenges, including appeals, brought by the Sheikh's lawyers, while legitimate, were a manifestation of a desire to coerce and control Haya and prevent or curtail the court's investigations. He added, His Highness's behavior towards the mother in each of its separate manifestations, whether by threats, poems, coordinating press reports, covertly arranging to purchase property immediately overlooking hers, phone hacking, or in the conduct of this litigation, has been abusive to a high, indeed exorbitant degree. The result of the judgment is that Sheikh Mohammed will be limited to indirect contact with his children, for example by phone or via messaging apps. McFarlane said the explicit naming of children in a welfare judgment appeared to be unprecedented. Still, Haya and Jalila favored publication, and it would remove the potential for conjecture, manipulation, and falsehood by the Sheikh or those acting for him concerning the children's welfare. In a statement, Haya thanked the court and her legal team. She said, "The last few years have been a frightening journey, and yet the sanctuary, protection, and extraordinary compassion we have experienced in England have strengthened our belief in the enduring power of both humanity and justice." However, a statement issued on behalf of Sheikh Mohammed said, "He loves his children and cherishes their love for him. He has always cared and provided for them, and always will." He maintains his denial of the allegations made in these contentious proceedings. However, is this true? Talking of his children's abduction, Princess Shamsa was abducted from the streets of Cambridge, allegedly by staff working for her father, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, and forced to return to the United Arab Emirates. In 2018, Princess Latifa was seized by Indian Army commandos from the Indian Ocean as she attempted to flee the emirate before being forcibly returned to Dubai. And as for Haya, before her attempted escape, she had recorded a video in which she said her leaving was the start of me claiming my life, my freedom. Ironically, Haya is a princess. Not only that, she's well-educated and successful in her career, but she lives like a slave in her marriage. However, the ruler levied some allegations against her as well, claiming she isn't completely innocent. But how true is this? Let's find out. Princess Haya bint al-Hussein. Princess Haya bint al-Hussein is the daughter of King Hussein of Jordan and his third wife, the Palestinian Queen Aliyah. She is the half-sister of King Abdullah II. Haya is an accomplished equestrian and a graduate of the University of Oxford in England. She represented Jordan at the 2000 Summer Olympics in Sydney and is the two-term president of the International Federation for Equestrian Sports. Princess Haya is the first Arab and first woman to become a Goodwill Ambassador for the United Nations World Food Programme, and UN Secretary-General Ban Ki-moon appointed her as a UN Messenger of Peace in 2007. So, what were the allegations against her? The High Court found that Princess Haya took $8.8 million from the bank account of one of her children and paid that money to her security staff to keep her affair with her bodyguard secret. The High Court also stated that Sheikh Mohammed, in response to that, had conducted a campaign, by various means, to harass, intimidate, or otherwise put Princess Haya in great fear since 2018. Princess Haya was subjected to intimidation and abuse, including having a gun placed on her pillow twice and threats to be taken to a remote prison. Princess Haya's family must have wished they had never allowed their daughter to marry the Dubai ruler. However, they can't turn back the hands of time. Nevertheless, the Jordan royal household had 2 royal weddings that have proven to be successful. Keep watching as we reveal more details. Royal marriages in Jordan. A news outlet said, the 26-year-old daughter of Queen Rania and King Abdullah II of Jordan tied the knot with her financier fiancé in a royal wedding on Sunday. Princess Iman was walked down the aisle by her older brother, Crown Prince Hussein. Hussein wrote on Instagram, along with photos of the ceremony, "Grateful for all the precious memories we share and overjoyed to see you celebrate your wedding today. I wish you, dear Iman and Jamil, a lifetime of blessings and happiness together." For her special day, the bride wore Dior's bespoke white wedding dress that featured lace-cuffed long sleeves that matched the gown's neckline. She accessorized her look with a tiara and a long veil adorned with flowers. Thermiotis, 28, wore a three-piece suit with a tie. Iman, I pray this next chapter in your life brings you as much joy, love, and laughter as you have brought us over the years. Congratulations to the bride and groom. 52. Queen Rania wrote on Instagram and posted photos of the nuptials. The celebration came just 1 week after the Royal Hashemite Court shared the couple's wedding date with the public. The Royal Hashemite Court is pleased to announce that the wedding of Her Royal Highness Princess Iman bint Abdullah II and Mr. Jamil Alexander Thermiotis will take place on 12th March 2023, the court said in a statement on social media on March 5, alongside an official engagement photo. Queen Rania gave a glimpse into the pre-wedding festivities on her Instagram feed, from an emotional video montage to pictures from her daughter's henna party. The first time I held my baby girl, I knew my life would never be the same. In a week, she will be a bride. My precious Iman, I am so happy for you and so proud of everything you are, Queen Rania captioned the clip. The video began with home videos and photos from when Princess Iman was a baby, transitioning to shots of her as a young woman and bride-to-be. In footage filmed in a light-filled room, Queen Rania smiled and watched on during what appeared to be a wedding dress fitting for her eldest daughter, with a sweeping tulle veil on the ground. The clip closed with the first picture of Princess Iman wearing a tiara, Queen Rania's triangular diamond tiara. Princess Iman wore the beaded white belt her mom wore when she was a bride to her March 7 henna party. She wore the accessory at the waist over her embellished long-sleeve white gown by Jordanian designer Rima Dabor. So much love in one room, with friends and family at Iman's henna party yesterday, proud mom Rania captioned an Instagram carousel. The party photos showed Iman and Rania sharing a hug, inhaling incense, and smiling with loved ones. The Arab Weekly reports that the pre-wedding henna party tradition has recently evolved in Jordan. What used to be a sad occasion as the bride prepared to leave her family home has been reimagined as a shower-like festivity, Jordanian henna artist Naka Garaiba told the outlet. Courtiers released an official engagement photo where Iman looked like a princess bride in a flowing white dress with an embellished collar. Her diamond solitaire engagement ring was also displayed as she affectionately held her fiancé. What else could describe eternal love? Also, the heir to the Jordanian throne married fiancé Rajwa al-Sif in an epic royal wedding in Amman. The couple tied the knot in an Islamic marriage ceremony at Zahran Palace, where the prince's parents, Queen Rania and King Abdullah II of Jordan, wed in 1993. The celebration commenced with the arrival of the king and queen as the Jordanian Armed Forces musical band performed. Crown Prince Hussein then entered, meeting his parents in the ceremony gazebo in the palace garden. The groom's uniform suit was inspired by the one his father wore on his wedding day, its sleeves paying tribute to the timeless style of King Abdullah II and King Abdullah I. Around the same time, Rajwa arrived at the palace with Hussein's younger siblings, Princess Iman, Princess Salma, and Prince Hashem, in a custom 1968 Rolls-Royce Phantom. The princesses helped Rajwa with her train, and Hashem had the honor of escorting the bride to the gazebo in the Green Garden, where the wedding ceremony, known as a katb, commenced. Rajwa wore a custom white silk crepe long-sleeve gown with an asymmetric neckline and draped bodice by Elie Saab Haute Couture, topping the look with a diamond tiara and sweeping veil. Dr. Ahmed Al-Khalaili, the Royal Hashemite Court Imam, presided over the ceremony, where Crown Prince Hussein and Rajwa signed a marriage contract with 2 witnesses. When the joyful service wrapped, a few women performed zagrata, an ululation traditionally used to express happiness at Jordanian and Arab celebrations. The newly married couple kissed each other on the cheek and greeted guests before traveling in a red motorcade to their reception at Al Husseiniya Palace. Shortly after the service, the Royal Hashemite Court announced Rajwa was officially a princess. A royal decree was issued to bestow the title of Her Royal Highness Princess Rajwa Al Hussein on Miss Rajwa Khalid Al Sif on the occasion of her marriage to His Royal Highness Crown Prince Al Hussein, the statement said. The ceremonial red motorcade is used for occasions of national importance in Jordan, such as the opening of parliament and state visits. The transport features 8 red armed Land Rovers and 11 motorcycles. On special occasions, horse and camel riders join the cavalcade, and the Jordan Armed Forces musical band plays bagpipes. Hussein and Rajwa traveled in a 1984 Range Rover, customized for Queen Elizabeth's visit that year. The custom car, known as the Sheer Rover, has been modified and modernized for the royal wedding. A Zafeh musical procession of drums announced the bride and groom's grand entrance at Al Husseiniya Palace, bagpipes, singing, and clapping. Rajwa and Hussein made their way to an outdoor reception courtyard with a military Zafeh by the army band passing through an arch of sabers. The newlyweds ascended a stage to greet their 1,700 guests, including King Abdullah, Queen Rania, and Rajwa's parents, Khalid Al-Saif and Azza Al-Sudairi. The reception design and decor displayed Jordanian tradition, craftsmanship, and landscape, from a handmade artisanal rug and seats to traditional Arabic coffee and music and presentation of dates, a sign of hospitality in Jordanian and Saudi cultures. 5 large mesh arches inspired by the palace architecture and Jordan's Wadi Rum were constructed to create a woven backdrop behind the stage. The palace archways were also decorated with seasonal flowers like jasmine, while tributes to Jordan's wheat harvesting seasoning were incorporated elsewhere. The evening reception was highlighted by performances from the National Orchestra, local and regional singers, a choir, Jordanian bands, and dance troupes, including the Dabke, and a performance from a Circassian group. Rajwa and Hussein cut their wedding cake in a fairy tale finish as fireworks ignite the sky. The wedding brought together the couple's families and royalty worldwide, including Prince William and Kate Middleton, and came 9 months after Crown Prince Hussein announced his engagement in August 2022. Hussein and Rajwa shared the happy news on social media like many modern couples. "We pray that God grants us His blessings. Grateful to my dear Jordanian family for their heartfelt support and kind wishes," the prince wrote of the Instagram photo, where they posed close, Rajwa's dazzling diamond ring on display. On New Year's Eve, the Royal Hashemite court announced that the wedding would be held on June 1. Courtiers otherwise kept details about the big day tightly under wraps, raising anticipation a few weeks before by releasing an official logo meaning "We Rejoice" in Arabic. Crown Prince Hussein and Rajwa embraced the exciting time with separate festivities. Hussein, a Jordan Armed Forces Arab Army captain, held a Jordanian summer night on May 17 with one of the Royal Armored Battalion's units. According to his website, the groom-to-be and his younger brother, Prince Hashim, enjoyed poetry, dancing, tug-of-war, and the dismantling of weapons. A few days later, Queen Rania hosted a dinner party for Rajwa. During the celebration, she warmly described her future daughter-in-law as the sweetest and most beautiful bride-to-be, expressing that Rajwa was as dear to her as her own daughters. So, while Princess Haya's marriage had caused the royal family pain, the upcoming union of their prince and princess brought them joy. What do you think of Princess Haya's court proceedings? Feel free to share your mind in the comment section below. Remember to hit the like button and subscribe. Before you go, click on the video displayed on your screen.